Never realized how close love and hate actually are until I met you. Until I loved you so deeply and was forced to watch you walk away like I meant nothing. And how angry it made me to realize how bad you treated me and how frustrating it was to still love you despite it. I wanted to kiss you, but I also wanted to punch you. I wanted to be there for you, but I also wanted you to suffer alone. I wanted to hear your voice, but it also made me angry every time you spoke to me. I wanted to hold you close, but I also wanted you as far away as possible. How can I love you so passionately but hate you so brutally all at the same time? It's a confusing and painful paradox. My heart is constantly at war with itself. I don't know if I'll ever find peace. Every day feels like an emotional roller coaster. Someone said once, when a man or a woman learns to love, they must bear the risk of hatred. Today I miss you like hell. I woke up 3 hours earlier than I usually do, and the first thing I think of is you. I checked my phone and you haven't responded to my text from 8 p.m. last night. I wonder what you were doing and who you were with. The message wasn't even about anything. I try to focus on the one thing that actually matters in this moment, going back to sleep. But I can't do it anymore. I've been awake for too long and my thoughts are now spiraling. What happened between us? Where did we go wrong? How do we go back to how it was before? I checked my phone again. Obviously nothing has happened in the 20 seconds since I last picked it up. I don't even know what I was expecting. All I know is that I recognize this sinking feeling in my chest. I know what is coming. It is going to hurt. So it's true. When all is said and done, grief is the price we pay for love. I know your heart is aching right now, feeling the weight of what could have been. You gave so much of yourself, hoping that the connection would grow into something more. Each shared moment felt like a promise, a glimpse of a future that seemed just within reach. It's painful to realize that not every beautiful encounter is meant to last. But even in this sadness, there's a strength within you that shines through. You deserve a love that is clear, unwavering, and mutual. This experience is shaping you, teaching you about your own resilience and capacity to love deeply. Take this time to reflect and nurture yourself, knowing that every ending is a new beginning in disguise. The lessons learned here will guide you toward a love that is truly fulfilling. Let yourself feel the pain, but also allow hope to quietly take root again. Hope is the thing with feathers that perches in the soul, and sings the tune without the words, and never stops at all. I hate how we normalize ex-lovers coming back when you go through a breakup. And your friends tell you not to worry because they always come back. And it's funny because they aren't wrong. You try to move on for months, and when you finally do, they reappear, and the cycle repeats. You want to ask them not to come back, but you don't, hoping they could love you as they used to. You realize you were taking a step forward, only to leave backward with one simple message. The cycle repeats again. Exes don't come back because they care. They come back when they feel the leash they had you on is thinning out. You're moving too far away, and they want to reel you back in. They're relieved when you respond after months of no contact. The truth is, exes don't come back because they're interested. They come back to ensure you're still there. Normalize cutting the rope, let it thin out and run far and never look back. Nothing good comes from running back to someone who set the house on fire with you in it. Save yourself and let him burn. They may love you, but if they can't choose you, you must let them go and walk away. Because you are way too valuable to linger and wait, and you deserve to be chosen unconditionally. Soon you will understand that people who are at war with themselves can't give you peace. People who lie to themselves can't give you honesty. People who betray themselves can't give you loyalty. People who don't love themselves can't really love you at all. They can't really give you what they can't give themselves. And that's where it all starts. One of the hardest lessons in life is letting go. Whether it's guilt, anger, love, loss, or betrayal. Change is never easy, We fight to hold on, and we fight to let go. Sometimes letting things go is an act of far greater power than hanging on. One must find the courage to release the familiar and embrace the unknown. Only then can true growth and healing begin. When she says, "You'll get over it." But Steve Mirabile wrote, "I'm not crying because of you. You are not worth it. I'm crying because my delusion of who you were was shattered by the truth of who you are. You were a dream, an illusion I clung to. I thought you were someone who cared, someone who understood me. But the reality was far different. You were self-absorbed, indifferent, and incapable of genuine empathy. The person I loved never existed. You were just a mirage. I trusted you with my heart, my deepest fears, my dreams. I believed in you, in us. But now I see that it was all a facade. You wore a mask so well that even I, who thought I knew you, was deceived. Letting go isn't about moving on from you. Letting go means to come to the realization that some people are a part of your history, but not a part of your destiny. Cry, forgive, learn, move on. Let your tears water the seeds of your future happiness. They've already let you go, while your heart clings to the hope that maybe, just maybe, things could change. They've already moved on, stepping into their next chapter without a backward glance, leaving you leafing through the pages of memories. They've already stopped wondering about what could have been, accepting the present for what it is, not what it could have led to. They've already silenced the echoes of your laughter together, finding new joys that don't include you. They've already stopped looking for you in crowded rooms, their eyes no longer searching for yours across the distance. They've already filled the spaces you dreamed of sharing with them. Spaces that now know your absence more than your presence. They've already freed themselves from the bend you thought was unbreakable, stepping lightly without the weight of your hopes. If you truly want to be respected by people you love, you must prove to them that you can survive without them. I want to break no contact so bad to reach out and see how you're doing, but I know that's not what I need right now. It's tough seeing you with someone else, realizing that what I felt for you wasn't felt in return. I've spent nights wondering what they have that I don't, but I'm starting to see that it's not about being lacking. It's okay to feel hurt, to grieve the future I imagined with you that will never come to be. But I'm also learning to appreciate the experience for what it was. A chapter in my life that taught me how deeply I can feel that's a gift, not a curse. I'm focusing on healing, on building a life that makes me happy with or without someone by my side. And I'm slowly finding peace in the understanding that just because we weren't meant to be, doesn't mean I won't find someone who's right for me. The truth is, unless you let go, unless you forgive yourself, unless you forgive the situation, unless you realize that the situation is over, you cannot move forward. There's so much more to life than finding someone who will want you or being sad over someone who doesn't. There's a lot of wonderful time to be spent discovering yourself without hoping someone will fall in love with you along the way. And it doesn't need to be painful or empty. You need to fill yourself up with love, not anyone else. Become a whole being on your own. Go on adventures. Fall asleep in the woods with friends. Wander around the city at night. Sit in a coffee shop on your own. Write on bathroom stalls. Leave notes in library books. Do all things with love. But don't romanticize life like you can't survive without it. Live for yourself and be happy on your own. It isn't any less beautiful, I promise. And if you want to be happy, do not dwell in the past. Do not worry about the future. Focus on living fully in the present. Because no amount of regretting can change the past. And no amount of worrying can change the future. It is nothing to die. It is frightful not to live. Maybe the happy ending is you continuing to be the soft, loving person that you are, despite the way the world has tried to defeat you. Maybe it is a calm nervous system, a peacefulness that cannot be threatened. Maybe the happy ending is you moving on, is you giving yourself the love you never got but always wanted. Maybe the happy ending is you embracing change, Is you going in the direction of the things that grow you and move you and magnate your spirit? Sometimes we have to remind ourselves that we are not responsible for other people's poor behavior towards us, or their gaslighting, or their manipulation, or their unkindness. That's on them. What's on you is how you choose to respond, set boundaries, know your worth, and not let their actions impact the beautiful soul that you are. You may encounter many defeats, but you must not be defeated. In fact, it may be necessary to encounter the defeats, so you can know who you are, what you can rise from, how you can still come out of it.